Light claps, a camera flashes, applause echoes in the grand courthouse hall. But Eva hears none of it. Not the speeches, not the music, not the crowd. She sketches quietly at the back of the room, her pencil moving like breath across the page. Her hands tremble. She watches everything with careful eyes. Across the room, Detective Marcus beams, holding a crystal plaque, Hero of the Year. People cheer. He lifts it high, the light catching his smile. Cameras flash like fireworks. Microphones crowd his face. Eva sketches his jawline. Too perfect. His lips form words that sting. I just wish Ben was here to see this. Her heart breaks. Ben, her brother, her only family, dead now, gone in a cell he didn't belong in. Eva swallows back the memory. Her fingers dig into the page. She turns it. The past floods back. A prison visitation room, cold glass between them, a flickering light above. Ben looked thin. His eyes were hollow, but he still smiled when he saw her. He pressed his hand to the window. Eva mirrored it. He mouthed slowly, clearly. Marcus lied. Please, Eva, find the truth. She blinked, nodded. He looked around. Behind him, a guard watched with bored eyes. Still, Ben leaned forward and mouthed again. Follow the red shoes. Eva frowned. Red shoes? She didn't understand, but Ben looked serious, desperate. A tap on the door. The visit was over. Back in the present, the ceremony ends. The crowd begins to break up. Chairs scrape the floor. Laughter rises. Eva stands slowly, sketchpad hugged to her chest. Her eyes never leave Marcus. She walks to the hallway, her breath tight. Her ears ring from the memory. She reaches into her pocket and pulls out Ben's final note. The last piece of him she has. The paper is soft from folding. The ink has faded slightly. 3 words stand alone. Marcus lied. Below it, in jagged scrawl, follow the red shoes. Eva stares at the note. She pulls out her sketch of Marcus on stage, holds them side by side. Then something catches her eye. The projector behind Marcus had shown a photo, an old case file, the trial that ruined everything. Eva pulls up the image on her phone, zooms in, blurred in the background but still visible. A woman in bright red high heels. Eva flips open her old courtroom sketchbook. Her fingers fly through the pages. There she is, that same woman, sitting behind the prosecution, legs crossed, same shoes, same face. But the name in the records was different. Eva leans closer. The woman wasn't just a face in the crowd. She was a witness, a key one. A witness who vanished right after the trial. No one ever questioned it. Not deeply. She simply disappeared. Eva stares at her own drawing, then at the photo. The same woman, the same red shoes. Her pulse quickens. This wasn't coincidence. She didn't vanish. She was erased. Someone made her disappear, and Marcus was standing right there. The applause, the speeches, all of it plays again in Eva's mind, like a silent film. Everyone cheered, no one questioned. She looks at the sketch again. There's a smudge on Marcus's hand, a detail she missed before. She circles it lightly with her pencil. A tattoo? A scar? Her mind races. Eva adds the red shoes to her sketch. Just a flash, a memory, but it belongs there. She opens her journal and writes a single sentence beneath Ben's last words. She saw something, and so did I. She tears out the page and tapes it to her wall. The beginning of something, or the end. The silence presses in. Eva removes her hearing aids. The world dims even more, but her thoughts grow sharper. No more applause, no more lies. She sharpens her pencil, turns a fresh page, draws Marcus again, this time without the smile. She adds shadows under his eyes, and in the corner of the sketch, small and bright, a pair of red shoes. Rain hits the pavement like scattered nails. The air is thick. Eva pulls her hood tighter and watches from behind a crumbling brick wall. Her coat is soaked, her fingers cold. Her sketchbook is tucked under her arm, wrapped in plastic. She's been following Marcus since morning. He left the precinct with a smile, shaking hands and slapping backs. But his smile dropped when he got into the unmarked car. Now he walks fast down an alley. His eyes scan the shadows. He thinks he's alone. Eva crouches lower. The alley smells of gasoline and old food. A cat darts past her foot. She doesn't flinch. Marcus stops beneath a broken streetlight. A black sedan pulls up. The driver gets out. Nervous, young, twitchy. Eva's heart pounds. She lifts her sketch pad, begins to draw. Her strokes are steady, even in the rain. She watches Marcus's lips. Same price, no more delays. The other man shifts. She's watching me. Then she'll stop breathing. Eva's breath freezes. Her pencil stalls. Her eyes widen. He means her. He knows. She lowers the sketch pad slowly. The sedan's window reflects her. A pale face, wide eyes. Marcus's head turns, eyes narrow. He sees her. Eva runs. Her boots splash through puddles. Her legs ache. She doesn't look back. She cuts across a street, nearly hit by a car. Horns blare. She doesn't hear them. She only feels the vibration of wheels and shouting. She ducks into a stairwell behind a market, hides behind crates, shaking. Her chest heaves with breath. She clutches the sketch pad to her chest. Her hands are black with charcoal. The sedan roars by, doesn't stop. Eva counts to 30, then to 50. Silence. Still she waits. She climbs the stairs slowly, back to the sidewalk. Her heart still races. Rain still falls. At a bus shelter, she opens her sketch pad. The lines are shaky, but clear. Marcus, the drug bag, the nervous man. She tears out the page, folds it, slides it into her coat. It feels like a secret pressed against her ribs. She writes in her journal, "He saw me. He knows." She stares at the street, the people. Their mouths move. None of them know. They laugh. They talk. They pass by. Back home, she lights a candle. The power flickers. She spreads her pages across the floor. Sketches of Marcus, notes, her brother, the woman in red shoes. Strings of thought connect in her mind like red thread. She draws a new page. Marcus's face. But now, there's something new. A shadow behind him. A shape that could be a snake. Or a noose. She can't decide. Her fingers don't stop. The paper darkens. Her mind races. She shades hard, fast. The room is silent except for the scratch of pencil. She adds a small line beside his mouth. She'll stop breathing. Eva sets the pencil down, walks to the sink, washes her hands. The charcoal stains won't leave. She scrubs again and again. She looks at the mirror, sees the fear in her eyes. Her cheeks are pale, her lips tremble. He saw her, and now he's coming. She grabs her bag, stuffs in the sketch pad, the journal, a flashlight, water. She doesn't know where she'll go yet, but she can't stay. Before leaving, she turns back, picks up the drawing of Marcus under the streetlight. She pins it on her door, a warning, or a promise. If I go missing, look at my last drawing. Eva's apartment is a tiny second-floor unit with peeling walls and one window that faces a brick wall. It used to be a quiet place. Now it's alive with sketches. Papers cover every surface. Some taped to the walls, some spilled across the floor like fallen leaves. She paces barefoot, her footsteps silent on the wooden floor. Her eyes scan the drawings. Marcus's face appears again and again, each sketch darker, rougher. In some, he smiles. In others, he scowls. She draws what the world refuses to see, the witness, the woman with the red shoes. Eva circles her face in one sketch and draws arrows to the date of the trial, the newspaper clipping, and the award ceremony. She tapes red thread between them, connecting each piece. The wall becomes a truth map, a place of memory, a place of war. Eva scribbles in her journal. The courthouse isn't the only gallery. Her hands ache from drawing. Her eyes sting from no sleep, but she keeps going. She draws the alley where Marcus met the dealer, the shadows, the broken light. She draws the man's car, the plates partly visible. Then she redraws Marcus, zoomed in, focused, controlled, dangerous. A knock startles her. She freezes. Another knock, then a voice, soft, shaky. "It's me. I used to wear red shoes." Eva moves to the peephole. A woman stands outside, wet hair, pale skin, looking over her shoulder, holding a folded umbrella like a weapon. Eva unlocks the door. Slowly, the woman slips inside and locks it behind her. She doesn't speak at first, just looks around the apartment, at the sketches. Her eyes widen. "I thought I was crazy," she whispers, "that no one saw. But you did." Eva hands her a clean towel. The woman dries her hands, then looks at Eva. Her lips move carefully. "I'm Sophia." Eva writes the name on a sticky note and places it beside the oldest sketch of the red shoe woman. Sophia moves through the room like someone waking from a dream. She studies the drawings. Her fingers hover above one sketch of Marcus. "He told me to disappear," she says. "After I testified. He said I'd get a bullet if I didn't vanish." Eva watches her mouth. "He made it look like I was afraid of Ben, but I wasn't. I said Marcus gave me the order. I saw him plant the weapon." Eva's chest tightens. Her fingers shake. She writes in her journal, "He used her, framed Ben, silenced the only witness." Sophia keeps talking. "I tried to leave the city, changed my name, dyed my hair, but every time I thought I was safe, I'd see him again. At a gas station, in the news, on billboards." She points to a sketch, Marcus giving a speech. Sophia whispers, "That smile isn't real." Eva nods. Her pencil moves fast, sketching Sophia's hands, the way they tremble. "He kills artists who see too much," Sophia says. "You know that, right?" Eva doesn't blink. Back on the wall, she pins up a new photo, one from the newspaper, Marcus's charity gala, behind him, smiling children, and Ben's photo framed on a poster board. Sophia stares. "He used your brother's death to look like a saint." Eva adds to the wall, "Lies dressed in medals." The room grows colder. Outside, sirens scream by. Eva doesn't hear them, but she sees the color flash through the window. Then headlights stop. Sophia notices first. "Don't move." Eva follows her gaze. A police cruiser idles outside. The driver's side door opens. Marcus steps out. Sophia's breath catches. "He's here." Eva flips her journal to a blank page and writes, "We don't run, we draw." She sketches fast. The car, the angle, the shadow of Marcus's frame under the street lamp. Sophia paces. "We can't stay. He'll burn this place." Eva nods. She grabs her essentials, journal, pencils, the 3 most important drawings. Sophia grabs a small backpack she brought. As they slip out the fire escape, Eva takes one last look at her wall. The gallery of secrets. Then she tears down one image, tapes it to the window. It's Marcus, smiling, but with snake eyes. Outside, the night is cold. They move quickly, quietly, into the dark. Back inside the apartment, Marcus's car sits silent, watching, waiting. But Eva's truth is already out there. The drawings are copies, and they are hidden. She wrote in her journal earlier that night, "If I vanish, the art won't." The truth wall remains, even if the artist disappears. Before we continue, if this story has you holding your breath like Eva in the shadows, then take a second, hit that subscribe button, and tap the notification bell so you don't miss how this truth war unfolds. We're just getting started, and trust me, what's coming next will leave you speechless. Let's hit 1,000 subscribers together. Every click counts. The warehouse smells like rot and rust. Eva and Sophia duck behind a stack of empty crates. They've been walking for hours, their shoes soaked, their bones stiff. Sophia breathes fast, still looking over her shoulder. "This place is safe?" she mouths. Eva nods. She hopes. It used to be an old art co-op, long abandoned. She came here once with Ben, years ago, back when things were quiet. They step inside. Dust fills the air. The roof leaks in 3 places, but it's dry enough for now. Eva lays out the few sketches she saved, the one of Marcus at the alley, the close-up of the snake tattoo, the drawing of Sophia's trembling hands. They feel heavier now, these images. Sophia kneels beside her. We need proof, something bigger than a drawing. Eva writes on a scrap paper, "We go to the evidence locker." Sophia looks unsure. That's guarded. Eva taps her pencil, thinks. Then she writes, "You know people, right?" Sophia nods slowly. One, a clerk at the precinct. That night, under rain and broken streetlights, they wait in the back lot behind the police department. A side door creaks open. A young man in uniform waves them in. He keeps his head down, doesn't speak, hands them a badge and a key card. He mouths one word, 10 minutes. They hurry down silent halls. Eva grips the journal in one hand, flashlight in the other. The clerk had drawn them a crude map. Basement, locker 7B. Eva swipes the key card. A beep. The light turns green. Inside, metal shelves stretch wall to wall. Bags, boxes, labels, all cataloged. Evidence. Sophia scans the shelves. Look for 2018, Ben's trial. Eva finds it. A clear plastic bin. Inside, a pistol, bloody shirt, Ziploc bag labeled Exhibit A. But behind it, taped under the shelf, is something else. A red envelope. She pulls it free, opens it. Inside, photos. Marcus handing a small package to a man in uniform. In another, Marcus at the back of a club, counting stacks of money. His snake tattoo clear. Sophia whispers, "These weren't part of any case file." Eva snaps photos with her phone. Every image, every label. Footsteps echo. Sophia stiffens. "Someone's coming." They grab the envelope and run. Down the stairs, through the boiler room, out the basement door. They don't stop until they reach the warehouse again. But it's not empty anymore. The front window is shattered. Smoke rises from the corner. Eva rushes inside. The floor is scorched. Her sketches burning. The wall of truth blackened. She screams, silent to others, but full in her own world. She falls to her knees, grabbing at the edge of a drawing. One page survives. It's the sketch of Marcus, shirt lifted. The snake tattoo drawn in hard black lines, half burned, but visible. She clutches it to her chest. Sophia turns, pale. "He was here." Eva writes, "He knew where to find us." Sophia looks down. "I told the clerk. I shouldn't have." Eva shakes her head. Not her fault. Marcus is always watching, always listening. They sleep in shifts that night. Eva barely closes her eyes. When she does, she dreams of fire, of red shoes running through smoke, of Ben screaming behind prison glass. In the morning, they sit in silence. Eva takes out the charred page and presses it between 2 books. She draws again. This time, not just Marcus. She draws a courtroom. Reporters, flashbulbs, people turning, staring. She draws herself in the center, holding a page high, her truth, her voice, in lines and charcoal. Then she opens her journal and writes, "If he comes again, let the world be watching." Morning light filters through the cracks in the warehouse ceiling. It falls on ash and soot, on broken glass and burnt corners. Eva sits on the floor, her back against a wall, sketchbook in her lap. The charred sketch of Marcus's tattoo is pinned beside her, flattened between old plywood boards. She stares at it. The snake still twists across his ribs, even if half its body is gone. Sophia paces across the room. She hasn't said much since the fire. Her arms are crossed, her voice dry. "That was everything," she mutters. "All your work." Eva shakes her head. Not everything. She pulls a flash drive from her boot. Hidden. Safe. It holds scanned copies, videos, pages from her journal, backups of everything. Sophia sees it. Her face softens. You planned for this. Eva nods. Then she writes on a page, I need a crowd. That afternoon, they go to the public park downtown. A protest is happening, a rally against corruption, reporters with cameras, activists shouting into megaphones, people hungry for truth. Eva doesn't speak, but she draws. Fast, bold. She sketches Marcus's face on a giant sheet of paper, then adds the tattoo, then the drug deal. She pins it to a makeshift board and stands beside it. People stop. They stare. Whispers spread. Is that Marcus? Someone asks. A man takes a photo, then another. Sophia hands out copies of the red envelope photos. She tells the story, slowly, clearly. He killed an innocent man. He framed Eva's brother. He burned everything to hide it. The crowd grows. Some shout, some film. One reporter steps forward. Do you have proof? Eva holds up her sketch of the tattoo. She removes her scarf and rolls up her sleeve. Underneath, she's drawn the same tattoo on her arm in marker. He hides it, Sophia says, but it's there. The reporter snaps a photo. Where's Marcus now? Someone yells. Eva doesn't answer, but her hands start sketching again. Later that night, they find refuge in a small art gallery Eva used to volunteer in. The owner, an older man named Jonah, lets them in through the back. You're not safe out there, he says. But the truth? That should be seen. He gives them keys. The gallery becomes their new home, their new stage. Eva hangs her sketches on the walls. Some are old, some new. She adds notes beneath them, names, dates, secrets made visible. People start visiting. First, just a few, then more. Some bring candles. Others leave flowers. Someone writes on the wall, "Truth lives here." But Marcus isn't quiet. 2 days later, he appears on TV, national broadcast, his face serious, sad. I knew Eva's brother, he says. It hurts me deeply to see these lies spread now. He stands beside Ben's photo, his hand on his heart. Eva watches in silence. Then she picks up her pencil. She draws the image exactly as it appears on screen. Then she adds what's missing. The tattoo under his sleeve. The money in his hand. The truth his mouth won't say. That night, Marcus's car parks outside the gallery. Sophia sees it first. Her breath catches. He's not here for art. The front lights cut off. Silence. Eva moves quickly. She locks the doors, pulls the alarm chain near the rear exit. Not yet triggered, but ready. They shut off the lights. Inside, moonlight spills across paintings, sketches, shadows. Eva hears nothing, but she feels the floor shift. A creak. He's inside. Footsteps echo through the gallery, slow, confident. Then a voice, soft and fake sweet. Eva, I just want to talk. Eva moves behind a sculpture. She clutches her pencil like a weapon. You're scaring people, Marcus says. You're confused. You've always been fragile. He stops in front of a large sketch. His face, exposed. He sighs. Let me help you, like I couldn't help your brother. Eva steps into the center of the gallery, under the glass roof, the night sky above. She holds up the charred sketch. Marcus stops. He sees it. His eyes narrow. You don't want to do this, he says. Eva points at the fire alarm rope. Then she pulls it. A scream of sirens fills the room. Sprinklers burst open. Water rains down. The lights flicker. Red emergency beacons blink on. Marcus curses, slips, reaches for something in his coat, but floodlights catch him. Officers burst through the gallery doors, guns drawn. Eva drops her pencil. Sophia yells, That's him! He has a weapon! Officers swarm Marcus, pin him, pull his arms back. He fights, screams, She's lying! All of it's fake! Eva walks forward, her face calm, wet from the sprinklers, her charcoal-smeared hands held high. She hands over the flash drive, then her journal, then the sketch of the snake tattoo. A reporter outside films everything. Sophia takes Eva's hand. We did it. Eva opens her sketchbook. She begins to draw again. The courtroom buzzes like a hive. Cameras line the back wall. Reporters whisper behind phones. Flashbulbs pop like popcorn, lighting up the polished wood and sterile white walls. Eva stands near the edge of the gallery, sketchbook tucked under her arm, journal inside her coat. Her charcoal-stained fingers grip the edge of the bench. Her body is still, but her mind burns. She doesn't hear the sounds, but she feels the weight of them. The echo of footsteps, the vibration of cameras clicking, the rhythm of nervous breathing. At the front sits Marcus, clean-shaven, metal on his chest. His uniform looks stiff, like it doesn't belong to a real man. He keeps his face calm, too calm. His hands rest on the table, fingers twitching once every few seconds. His lawyer leans in to whisper. He nods. Then the bailiff walks in, mouths open. All rise. Everyone stands. Eva follows the movement. The judge enters, old, stern. His lips move with ritual. Formal words fill the air, but Eva doesn't need them. She knows what this is, the beginning of the end. Charges are read: obstruction of justice, tampering with evidence, conspiracy, manslaughter. Marcus doesn't flinch. He sits still, stone-faced. But Eva sees it, the small crack in his jaw. The moment his eyes dart to the cameras, he knows. The prosecution presents the evidence: photos, documents, a recording of a phone call, a list of dates. But then the defense rises. She's a grieving sister, the lawyer says, walking past the jury. She's traumatized. Her art is emotional, interpretive, not factual, not reliable. Eva's hand slowly moves to her sketchbook. She flips it open. Her fingers begin to glide. 1 page, 2, 3. A reporter near her leans over to see. Then another. They whisper. They point. The courtroom murmurs rise. She lifts her newest piece. Marcus, in sharp lines. Not the polished man. The real one. His mouth is twisted in mid-lie. His hand grips cash. The snake tattoo curls along his ribs. She holds it steady. A rustle at the door. Sophia enters. She's calm, clean. Her red shoes click across the floor. The room turns to stare. She holds up a clear evidence bag. This is Marcus's burner phone, found in a storage locker. Precinct 42. Gasps ripple. Even the judge leans forward. The gavel slams. Order in the court! The prosecutor takes the bag, examines it, nods. Police texts verify the number. Messages flood the screen. Names, drop points, audio clips with Marcus's voice. Everyone turns to him. He's silent now. His lawyer fumbles papers. His eyes scream panic. 1 page slides under the desk. Eva sketches the moment. His hands scrambling. The lawyer sweating. Another turn of the tide. The judge calls a recess. Everyone stands. Chaos erupts. Outside, Eva walks slowly down the courthouse steps. Cameras flash. Reporters crowd her. Eva, did you know about the burner? Did you draw what happened in the alley? Do you think Marcus will be convicted? She doesn't answer. Sophia steps beside her. She has something to say, she tells the crowd. Eva opens her sketchbook, flips to a blank page. In front of everyone, she begins to draw. Not Marcus, not the courtroom. Ben. She draws his smile. The light in his eyes, his hands open, his head tilted like he's listening. Then, below the portrait, she writes in bold black ink. He told the truth. I just listened. The cameras go wild. That night, every headline flashes the same story. Silent artist exposes corrupt cop. Justice drawn in charcoal. Eva's truth shakes the city. Inside her apartment, Eva sits on the floor. It's quiet again. No sprinklers, no sirens. Just soft lamplight. Her old sketches were burned, but the truth survived. In front of her sits a clean, untouched sketchbook. A fresh beginning. She runs her fingers over the cover. The walls are bare now. The gallery is gone. But her mind still holds every frame, every face. She opens the book. The first page waits. She begins to draw. A pair of red high-heeled shoes, simple lines at first, then curves, then shading. She adds shadows around them, then lets vines curl out from the soles. Roses bloom where the heels should be. Soft, brave, silent, a symbol of everything that was lost and found. She closes her eyes. Ben's voice, though she never truly heard it, feels close now. His last note. Marcus lied. Follow the red shoes. She did. They led her into danger, into fear, into fire, and they led her home. The city sleeps, but Eva doesn't. She sketches deep into the night, the sound of pencil on paper the only voice she needs. In the final drawing of the day, she draws herself, sitting in the gallery surrounded by light. Charcoal on her hands, a smile on her lips, and outside her window, blue and red lights flashing in the dark, not a warning, but a promise. Thank you for watching Eva's journey to the final sketch. If her silent courage moved you, take a moment to subscribe to the channel and drop a comment below. What would you do if you saw the truth and no one believed you? Your support helps bring more bold, emotional stories like this to life. Stories that matter. So don't forget to like, share, and hit that bell icon so you never miss a whisper of the next chapter. Until then, stay curious, stay brave.